going back to Extinction Rebellion and Animal Rebellion and Republic and whatever it is, everyone has a right to say, we live in thankfully a free country. And you're allowed to...
Okay, I need you to stop what you are doing right now, because what is unfolding inside the British monarchy is not what the headlines are telling you. This is not palace gossip. This is not tabloid noise. What is happening right now, quietly, methodically, without a single press conference, is a power restructuring. And by the time most people understand what William has already done, the gates will be long shut. The question is, do you want to understand it now? Because I'm going to break down every move, every signal, every moment that led to this. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never look at the British royal family the same way again. If this is already hitting different, don't go anywhere. It gets heavier before it gets beautiful. This is exactly what we do here. We don't let the important stories disappear quietly. Subscribe, hit notifications, and drop a comment telling me what you already think. I read every single one. And if you don't want to miss content like this, make sure you like and share this video right now so it reaches the people who need to see it. Okay, let's go. For years, and I mean years, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes have existed in what I can only describe as the most comfortable gray zone in the world. Not officially royal, not ordinary civilians. They float in this privileged in-between space where they get to casually reference Mum the Queen at dinner parties, show up at coronations looking immaculate, attach royal adjacency to cookbook deals and podcast appearances, and then quietly skip Sandringham at Christmas without a single consequence. Does anyone else see exactly how that arrangement works? Because William sees it, and he is completely, irreversibly done with it. Now listen, I am not here to make Tom Parker Bowles into a villain. I genuinely am not. By all accounts, he is charming, clever, and knows his way around a restaurant review. But here is the thing about charm. It has a shelf life when you are operating this close to one of the most image-controlled institutions on Earth. Every casual interview, every light-hearted reference to palace life. Every time he drops "My Mother the Queen" into a media appearance and walks away smiling, that is not innocent, that is a choice. And in the world William is building, our choices carry weight. Here is what broke the silence. October 21st, 2025. Tom is on a popular food podcast, relaxed, funny, completely at ease. He makes a joke. If he ever became Prince Tom, he says, people would storm Buckingham Palace. The host laughs. The audience laughs. Tom grins and moves on. But what Tom didn't realize in that moment, what no one in that studio understood, is that across London, that clip was being watched by someone who does not find jokes about the monarchy funny. Not now, not after everything. The British monarchy is fighting for its relevance after Harry and Meghan, after Catherine's cancer battle, after years of relentless institutional scrutiny. William and Catherine have spent every public appearance, every carefully worded statement, every strategic engagement saying, "We are steady. We are serious. We are worth your trust." And then Tom Parker Bowles gets on a podcast and casually implies that his inclusion in the monarchy would trigger public unrest. William did not think that was fine. Not even close. Now let me tell you about Laura Lopes, because she is the person in this story everyone keeps overlooking. And she should not be overlooked. Laura is quieter than her brother. An art curator. A mother. A woman who guards her privacy like it is the last valuable thing she owns. But her relationship with William has a history that runs far deeper than most people know. When they were teenagers, two young people caught in the wreckage of their parents' choices, there was a confrontation. According to royal biographers, now Laura looked at William and said the words that have never fully left the room. "Your father has ruined my life." Heavy, raw, true for both of them in different ways. William never forgot it. And yet, and this is the part that tells you everything about who William was before power fully arrived, He chose grace. When he married Catherine in 2011, Laura's daughter Eliza walked as a flower girl. That is not a small gesture inside the monarchy. That is a public, documented olive branch. It said, "I see you, I choose peace." But that peace had a silent expiration date, because the William who offered that olive branch in 2011 was a prince with influence. The William of 2025 is a future king with institutional authority. And those are not the same person. Then came Sandringham. Christmas 2025. I'm the most politically loaded gathering in the royal calendar, where presence means loyalty, absence means statement, and every photograph is analyzed by the entire world. Tom Parker Bowles confirmed to the Daily Mail, not in a private conversation to a journalist, that neither he nor Laura would be attending. Camilla had personally asked. Her exact words, according to Tom, were, "I'd love you to come. I haven't had Christmas with you in a long time." A queen, asking her children to simply show up, and they said no. And then Tom told the press, William was not reading about his own family through a palace briefing. He was reading about it the same way millions of strangers were, in a newspaper. That is not just a family dynamic problem. That is an institutional image crisis. And William archived every second of it. Before any of that, there was already a signal that most people missed. The Cedar estate. Quietly transferred into William's control without consultation, without warning, without a courtesy conversation with Camilla's camp. One estate transfer. 0 phone calls. In the monarchy, property is not just land. It is language. It means continuity. It means authority. It means whose future this institution is building toward. William's move on Cedar sent a message that no press release needed to confirm. The era of informal assumptions is over. The era of access without accountability has an end date, and that end date has arrived. Here is the moment that stopped me cold. Camilla, sitting Queen of England, consort to King Charles III, has quietly transferred ownership of Ray Mill House to Tom and Laura, her private estate in Wiltshire, the one place a Telegraph source described as the only location where she can truly relax. She gave it away. She gave away the only place in the world she considers fully hers, not as a gift, but as a financial firewall. Because she understands, with the clarity of a woman who has survived every possible form of public humiliation, that once William sits on the throne, her children's access to royal property will depend entirely on his goodwill. And she cannot guarantee that goodwill. So she is giving them what she can while she still can. When a queen starts giving away the only place she feels safe, you stop calling it palace gossip. You start calling it what it is, fear. And here is where this story becomes bigger than any one family. In spring 2026, William and Catherine take on a new and extraordinarily significant role, grantors of royal warrants. Every brand, every organization, every institution that wants the monarchy's endorsement will pass through their hands for approval or denial. The symbolic architecture of that authority is unmistakable. William is not inheriting a crown. He is constructing a court, his values, his standards, his circle. Royal historians have noted what a smaller, tighter monarchy under William and Catherine will look like. And the consensus is consistent. There will be fewer people at the table. The roles will be earned, not assumed. And the comfortable gray zone that Tom and Laura have occupied for years? It is being demolished, quietly and permanently, brick by brick. So here is what I want you to sit with. This is not simply a story about a prince shutting a door on his step-family. This is a story about what happens when proximity to power is mistaken for actual power. Tom and Laura were never members of the institution. They were beneficiaries of it. And there is a profound difference. One earns protection, the other earns tolerance. And when the person offering that tolerance runs out of patience, the entire structure collapses overnight. The British monarchy is restructuring in real time, smaller, more accountable, more more deliberate? The era of royal adjacency, of floating near the crown and treating its warmth as a personal entitlement, is ending under a man who watched his mother be destroyed by the very institution he is now preparing to lead. That is not a coincidence. That is consequence. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think William is being too harsh, drawing lines that will fracture this family further? Or do you think he is doing exactly what a future king should do? Protecting the institution, setting boundaries, demanding accountability from everyone in his orbit, including the people closest to his stepmother? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because the British monarchy is changing faster than anyone predicted. And this channel is where we track every move. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video, because the story of what William is building is only just beginning, and you do not want to miss what comes next.